This is football with a play and a pint, but it's also very precious. We're at the home of the oldest football club in the world, Sheffield FC, to talk to the chairman, Richard Timms. Richard, we're in the home team's dressing room here at Sheffield FC, which is right and proper, I suppose. What does raise eyebrows is that we're actually not in Sheffield. Well, we're in Sheffield postcode, but we're in North Derbyshire, aren't we?
We are. It needs must from 11 years ago at Don Valley Stadium. 10 supporters and a dog. No home ground for 144 years. And myself and another guy spotted this was an opportunity. And we moved over to the border, which because, football's gone on. You need a base to work from. Most clubs of our level have had their clubhouse for years and years and years, and Sheffield FC remain nomadic. And the costs of running football at this level, you need a base. And so we moved here, and we actually bought the site in 2006. So, it's been our very nice home for 12 years or so.
Yeah, it's not all bad news. There's a pub on site, the Coach and Horses there. That's pretty useful and handy, isn't it?
Yeah, beer and football and men's delight.
Absolutely.
And women's delight now, of course.
Of course. And like everybody, you're looking to increase your flow of attendance, your inner city, although we're slightly outside the city. We're in a heavily populated area in terms of league football, aren't we? Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United, Chesterfield just down the road, Rotherham, Doncaster, etc. Must be hard to compete against all of that.
Yeah, it is. It is, because obviously you've got all those professional teams surrounding you, but, we're not trying to, we're never going to really compete with trying to get those crowds. Our average crowd this season's 260, something like that. I think when we were playing better football, we were getting somewhere around 300, which at this level is very good. Dronfield's been very good to us. There's 27,000 people on our doorstep. But, our spiritual home is back in the city, and, the worst kept secret is we have got plans afoot to move back.
Okay, when do you anticipate that to happen?
Well, that's a case of raising the cash, but the wheels are in motion. The site's been identified, and we're going through a few legal processes to secure that. With the best will in the world, 2 or 3 years, if we can raise the money, and we launch a big campaign this summer to start that fundraising.
It's a treasure. It's the oldest football club in the world, the birth of football, the world's first, as you bill yourself, and yet it would appear to be buried treasure as far as the wider population is concerned. The awareness maybe isn't there as you would like it.
Well, it has improved no end since we started. I got involved at the turn of millennium, and nobody really knew. I was a disillusioned Sheffield Wednesday fan. I'm still a Sheffield Wednesday fan. And when I got involved, people were saying, well, Sheffield FC, what's all that about? And that was from a local point of view. So unless you were a die-hard non-league fan, or a football anorak, Sheffield FC had passed you by. And I thought, well, what a treasure to have the oldest football club in the world in your home city. It's got to be better than that. So I started, but really most of our reach has now come through international stuff, from the 150th where we played Inter Milan, the relationship with FIFA, and we're now developing partnerships still. In a couple of weeks I'm off to meet Royal Antwerp to join them into our Club of Pioneers. We've got a partnership we're launching with Borussia Dortmund. So it is quite strange, but we're all from Sheffield, so we understand that sometimes we're thinking a little bit insular, and we're going to have to globalise the world's first football club before we localise it.
Yeah, Sheffield doesn't often shout enough, does it?
Yeah, it's a problem we've had. It's a happy place, it's a friendly place, but we're all a bit half glass, half full, and it's about time we change that. We've got the oldest football ground in the world. We've got the oldest continually used sports stadium, and I keep harping on about these historical things that people say, oh, what does that matter? Well, you go to Germany or you go to the USA, and they're absolutely amazed by it. So, our project is to build the home of football back in the city, where we're now getting visitors all over. We just had 2 parties of Austrians, 50 Borussia Dortmund fans, all now coming to visit the home of football and watch Sheffield FC.
Yeah, that's remarkable. That's a great story. The oldest football club, the oldest ground, that's Hallam FC at Sandygate Road. And also there, the oldest trophy, going back, the Uden trophy, all those years ago, the oldest knockout trophy in the world. And this summer, it's going to be active again.
Yeah.
The name is, anyway. Thanks to You Are the Ref, thanks to Sheffield FC, and many others in the area. Are you looking forward to that?
We are, and hopefully one day we'll put a team in there. At the moment it's for pro teams. But again, it's great news for the home of football to bring these teams here to play in in sort of a replica really of what the oldest trophy is, and how many people outside the city know that the oldest football trophy remains here. So it's fantastic marketing for the city, and it'll be a great event as well.
Yeah, youth teams are involved from some major clubs. The details will emerge. It's an educational exercise from their point of view as well, because what is the Uden Trophy? It's got a great history.
Well, I think that's where Sheffield FC come in, and what you guys have got me to do really is to give these visitors a bit of added value, if you like, apart from playing football. But there is an education thing. It is why is Sheffield FC amateur? We play for integrity, respect and community are our catchwords, really. The rules of football wasn't written for money, it was written for sporting endeavour, and this club still epitomises that. So, once you start telling people that, they actually do realise that it's not all about how much Gareth Bale can earn.
Yeah, you've protected this Corinthian value in your chairmanship, perhaps despite other people saying, crikey, with a name like this, with a brand like this, if you can get some major backers, put a few million in, you could be a Football League club. That's not actually the aim, is it?
It's not our strategy as it stands. I mean, you can never say never. I might not be chairman forever. I'm sure one or two people wish I wasn't now. But no, we are continually looking for investment to move the football club forward. Now, whether that would be to go into a big playing budget, it's not really within my strategy. Now, if you were to say, will we require investment to build the home of football, or to develop our community projects, not only from a local level, we've got education projects with Sheffield Wednesday, we run Maltby College's education projects, schools around Sheffield. Now, if we could roll it out nationally and internationally, that's, again, a great ambassadorial thing for the city. So that's what our investment, I think, would go towards.
The importance is the club, what it stands for and the history, rather necessarily than what it achieves on the field. Would you say it's fair?
Well, I think our success over recent years, this year we'll make a profit, which is the first year ever that we made a profit, and that's mainly come from our international activities. So we are moving forward as a club, but we don't have to forget our heritage. And I suppose with the way that football's gone, certainly in this country, everybody thinks it's about 20 Premier League football clubs. We don't oppose Premier League football or that standard of football. We think it's absolutely fantastic. What we're here to say is let's not forget where it all started from and how most people play football. 99.9% of football people play football around the world, not for money, but for the love of the game. So we're trying to create and epitomise that in our brand and build the ultimate grassroots football club. But we're still a progressive football club. Of course, we want to win every game. And if you were to say, well, what are your footballing ambitions? Because, we've got a first-team manager here. We've got a very successful ladies' side. We just applied, only yesterday we put into the FA, the Women's Super League application. One of the top 16 clubs in the country, little old Sheffield FC playing Arsenal. So we have got ambition, and to play at the highest level possible in men's football, but perhaps without being professional. There's a few leagues to go up to achieve that.
That's important to you, is it? Not being professional in that sense.
I think it's part of our makeup at the moment. You can never say never, but at this moment in time, I think that for little old Sheffield FC to be chasing the dream of being Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United has gone long time ago. I think it's it would be a foolhardy dream, but like I say, never say never.
Yeah. In the meantime, the Uden Trophy can shine a light on Sheffield FC, on Hallam FC, on the whole region.
Yeah, and I think this first trophy, the Uden Trophy, I think with our marketing expertise and you are the ref behind it, I think it can grow. I think it can grow into a global international tournament. We've got enough contacts. Let's get this one off the ground. Let's make it a success, and let's shout about it.